Mhm. Okay, we are now live. All right. Hello, world. How are you doing? This is our first live broadcast. By our, I mean me, and my name is Rory Still. Hello. I am the author of Flashbang and the CEO or the creator of our creations. My first book that I wrote was Flashbang, Sci-Fi Stories That Will Blow Your Mind. And we today get to interview somebody about that, as well as the Flashbang 1 EP, which is the soundtrack, or the first soundtrack, I should say, for the book. We are joined today by the illustrious illustrator, Trenita Finney. Trenita, greet the people.
Hi. um,
Awesome, awesome, wonderful, Miss Finney, wonderful. So I have a few questions for you, and I'm going to let you take the road. First, tell us about yourself and your amazing creations.
yeah, I'm Trenita, and I'm an illustrator in Pittsburgh. And I mostly kind of make illustrations that celebrate music and wellness stuff and trap music and women with really big hair and magical girls. So that's where I come from in my illustration world.
Amazing, amazing. Miss Finney, do you want to tell the people how we met, how we came together, and why are we
um,
on this hangout together?
yeah, we met through Instagram.
Hmm.
And then we started talking, and I got your book, and we read through that, and that's just kind of how we came together. And every time we talk, we end up having like explosive ideas of
Yeah.
like things we need to do later.
Hmm.
Um,
Hmm.
so it's always an ongoing explosion.
Yes, it's quite an amazing creation station. I love Trinita does these amazing watercolors, and just there's a just the realism within her different paintings and drawings. Just like it adds another shade to the person as well. And I've definitely noticed that throughout her artwork. I really like the anthropomorphic artwork because there's this particular, I think, a young lady who's like black, a redhead with this giant fro. I believe she has an earring in one of her tall ears, and she's part rabbit. And I thought that was just the coolest thing in the world. Also, there's other characters like Medusa with these beautiful snake dreads, and just it's a pocket of awesome. And I really definitely enjoy our creation station whenever we get together. Um, World, I will let you know this. I'm currently working on the graphic novel for Flashbang, Sci-Fi Stories That Will Blow Your Mind. Um, and Shanice is going to not only be one of the artists on the stories Blow Up, she is also going to end up being our graphic designer as well too. So it's going to be something amazing. Well, Trinita, I'm going to ask you a few things about Flashbang, and yeah, just jump right in. So, having read Flashbang, what would you tell the people about it? Like, if someone said, "I'm gonna move," sorry, shaking the screen, shake, shake, push. Um, if you were like somebody asked you, "Okay, Trinita, tell me all about Flashbang," what would you say it was about? How would you describe it to them?
um, I would say that it's a collection of short stories, but they're all like their own episodes, so they all have their own universe, and I like stuff like that. It should be a Netflix series because that's like all the rage right now, anyway.
Yeah.
Um, and I would say that each one has its own universe, it has its own theme going on, but totally relatable. Like, I think there's a story in there for everyone.
Wonderful, wonderful. What story spoke to you the most? I'm kind of guessing it's the. I won't make guesses. I will let you speak. What story spoke to you the most in the book?
There's a couple. The one that spoke to me the most was the superhero. Wait, I have the book with me actually.
Uh
Oh.
oh. Uh
I
oh.
know, it's prepared because I want to make sure I get the titles right.
Mhm.
My so-called superpower probably hits me the most because I feel like I relate to that character so much, having powers that you don't know what to do with them and you just have to make it work. Um, and then the other story that stood out to me is should be, let me make sure, Taking Wing. That's what it. So that one stood out to me because that one's kind of like it's one of those stories that reminds me of there's a deeper meaning in there, and it just kind of makes you think. I remember having a whole conversation with my boyfriend about that story. Like after I read it, like, wait, this kind of sounds like. So those are my favorites.
Awesome, awesome. What did it sound like? I'm curious.
Hmm.
The Taking Wing. I know you talked about the story having a deeper meaning, and you said this one sounds like what part sounded like something else? It reminded you of something
It made me think of trying to get to like a certain part
else. Okay.
that I want to take.
Reference material.
So yeah, I've been waiting for the chance to be like this. um, it's mainly just the whole concept of I don't want to create spoilers, but
Spoiler alert! Mild spoiler alert.
mild spoiler alert. Just with the whole concept of like you take something that you've always known to be good and you flip it, and you it makes you question, well, was it really good in the first place? Were we only seeing part of it the entire time? And we needed to see like the whole picture. So that just raised a lot of questions like, well, what does it really mean then? You know, are they good to begin with? Are the angels really on their side, or are they just kind of in for their own, you know, their own needs and not really putting anything else forward, if that makes sense?
No, it definitely does. I think definitely with some of the things that have come out in the news where you have a certain concept of somebody and then you find out like you're a predator. And they, kind of, I think it was with somebody who actually, one of the ones who actually confirmed it, it kind of makes you question your heroes a little bit or understanding just how fallible humans, or in this case, humanoids, can be, and yeah, it definitely shakes up a lot of stuff, especially with like personally with the Bill Cosby being on trial. At first, I was like, oh, these different people are coming out, a lot of them are right. Maybe it's just another act of racism. But then some sisters got involved, and just it just and then what he said after that was over, after the first case was like, after he did not go to jail in the first trial, or wasn't found guilty with that. He said he hired people to. At first, he was planning to go around and teach people, or like football teams or college teams, how not to get caught up on a sexual assault charge, not how to not sexually assault somebody, how
How
not to
like
be
not be involved in the whole.
right. Like the two people who he hired for this, or like who were working with, like I'm like, okay, let's just even play this to hope. Let's say for some reason, oh my God, you actually weren't guilty. That was like like just already. I was like, just kind of like you have to kind of just get what you deserve. You like I'm sad you produced all this amazing culture, but you know what? Because of your illness, your mental illness, your sickness, your needs, just like, and you becoming a predator thereby it, you have to, but even if you had a tiny infinitesimal grain of sand of hope that maybe somehow something would jump out of the universe and say that didn't happen, that for me was like, like that felt like such a deep and that just it went from being something in my head that was rusting to something that was rotting, like just coming out
Yeah.
of what he produced. Like you have and I'm not even going to go by gender because my head, automatically jumped to you have 5 daughters. What if you didn't? What if you just actually like other people who happen to be female? And the crazy part about it is I heard him speak at one point, so I think I'm understanding at least where part of this could have come from. He grew up in a physically abusive home. His dad beat on his mom all the time, but one thing he said was like, and she never went down. But maybe because times or whatever, her letting that guy stay in the house because he and his brother Russell kicked him out, kicked their abusive father out. So maybe in her letting him stay, maybe there was some pride there, but at the same time, maybe some resentment for being the one to have to get rid of this guy. So just, and I guess maybe in like comparison that you talked about with an angel who goes sideways or a hero who goes sideways, you do kind of wonder, were they good in the first place, or did something happen so horrible that just they would try it, or they at least were just trying on the facade, you know? So, yeah.
Yeah.
One reason I really like talking to people who have read it like yourself, and thank you for that Amazon review. It was very nice. Um, is the fact that it helps me see different things. Um, I want to tell you something, but I think I'll tell you off air about that particular story. Because I was actually, I have a cosplay group as well, called the Flashbang cosplayers, and Tip is actually has been cosplayed. In fact, she was there. I went to this convention, the Huddle Up Black Comic Book Expo, and that was in Baltimore, Maryland, where we were actually Flashbang, or our creations is going for Universal Fan Con. And I'm vending there, and I'm really trying. Hopefully, they see this. Hello, Universal Fan Con, it's me. Remember, panel. We have a panel, and yes, I'm sorry, and Trenita Finney, who is creating amazing stuff, and who knows, by the time we get down there, you might be able to see some of her gorgeous artwork on Globe, and that actually might be in the binder, which can be part of the panel. If you see this Universal Con, it's me.
It's her.
Who put the we are campaigning to have that panel down there, because I just wow. I'm very, very excited about vending down there, because this con is dedicated to full inclusion, whether your ability status, race, gender, sexual orientation. Am I forgetting anything? I probably am. It'll come back to me. Of any group I've missed. But in neurodiversity, just all these different things that are currently oppressed are being celebrated as fans of any fandom. From American Gods to fans of feet. I'm just kidding. That was not one of the that wasn't one of the groups that was mentioned. But like they have everybody coming. They have Big Daddy Kane coming down. They have my man Anansi coming down, and just it's going to be a good time. And I'm bending, and it's like I got to go back. I believe it's a 3-day con. Got to go look 2 or 3-day con, and I'm very excited. I'm really hoping we get to definitely do this panel. As somebody who's attended at least one con.
Oh, me?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Oh. I want to attend one of the cons that you're going to be at.
Okay, cool. If you can make it to that would be extremely dope. Very good. But what do you like, I guess, about this? Just we're talking. We talked about how we definitely get together, and there's always an idea machine going. What do you like best about being an artist, about creating this? Just what you create.
Just what's kind of my favorite thing.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. With creating for Flashbang, or just in general?
Both. Creating in general and creating for Flashbang.
In general, it just gets stuff out of my head, and that's 99% of the whole part of creation. Just taking what you envisioned and putting it into real life on paper or something.
Mm.
So the fact that I get to play around in this whole universe in Flashbang is really cool. Then I can just kind of take what you wrote down, and then my interpretations of the story, how I felt about it, and just lay that all out. So I'm excited for that.
Oh, thank you. We're snatching things out of dreams to reality. So you're right. That's an amazing and fly thing to do, just in general. And thank you for very much enjoying the universe. Speaking of which, I think I told you perhaps in one of our conversations that Flashbang herself has now kind of stepped into reality and become a character, because in the book is a mixture. The book is a mixture of poetry and prose. And in the beginning, we have a poem called "Beginning," about what you're about to read, and the ending is called "Endings." And it tells what you read. So it's like a literary libation before and after.
Hmm.
Um, uh, so I realized somebody's saying this, and also I wanted to dress up as a character. Tell me like, what do you think? So, Flashbang is like the goddess, the mistress, the bad watcher over this universe or these different connecting universe. And Teddy Ninja, who's one of the stories in the book, a young black man trying to find his soul, is turned into a teddy bear and bought by the same samurai he's been fighting the whole time. All in haiku format, by the way. He like is almost I in my head I see him. We'll see if this reaches into fully into reality. He's going to end up being like the guy who gets to travel through these different universes. But Teddy's actually going to end up making an appearance in the vampire novel that I'm working on.
Oh, cool. He'll cross over.
Yes, yes. So he's kind of like her little soldier running through here and like trying to find himself, trying to do the right thing, but not always doing it right. Um, Yeah, I'm trying to think of how, considering what the Angels did, how Flashbang is going to even be involved in taking wing. Uh, I think it's kind of like playing where it's going to end up being maybe kind of like Where's Waldo? Like we look at the story and say, okay, this seems a little off. She was involved in that. She was kind of like you, kind of like I think it's a gospel song. Like when I look back over my life, um, I wonder how I got over, or perhaps when I look back at my life, I kind of see your hand where it was. Flashbang is kind of like that. In fact, there's a line in endings that says, it'll leave you Godsmacked. And in my head, okay, I was going with, patriarchal God. I'm going to go up with a little bit more, even though I guess I now say she more so, because little God looks like you or how you identify. But I'm thinking, why can't that hand we saw in that poster? Because there's a poster for each story done by various artists. Why can't that hand be a female hand? I didn't think about it like that, but now I so I definitely agree with you in the fact that like when you get stuff out, sometimes it like Pinocchio grows legs and like starts running around on its own. Particularly what because I do have another question about another flashbang piece that you definitely experienced, but I will ask something more so about you. What particular art piece like seemed to, once you poured it out into its life form, what seemed to like what was one that really took legs and kind of developed in a way that surprised you? Whereas like flashbang has for me just now and other characters.
That's a hard one because I feel like that happens a lot. I feel like it's always the ones where I didn't plan that much, I didn't
Mhm.
sketch it out that much, and then it just came out that way. And a lot of the times I'm like stimulated by something else. I could be like listening to music and painting, which takes a lot of pressure off because then I'm not trying to be a perfectionist when
Ah,
I'm making my art. So it's really helpful when something else is happening in the background. And those are all, they end up being the paintings that just kind of take off.
mm-hmm.
Like the SZA illustration I did, I wasn't expecting it to be that cool. I just
Mm-hmm.
really wanted to paint her, and I was like binge watching Netflix and listening to her music, and it came out better than I even thought it was going to. So I have those moments every now and then with paintings, and I like it. It's fun when it happens. I can never tell when it's going to happen until it's over, and I'm like, oh, okay, and you sit back and you look.
Awesome, awesome. Um, they weren't exactly great people. I guess it's like being touched by an angel. A good one. Awesome. That's really cool. Like, sometimes I did listen to. I think I was editing though. Like, I listened to classical music like without words. While I was like kind of doing that because I wanted, like, kind of the whole non-perfection, trying to go the non-perfectionist path. I wanted something to like kind of distract me, and I love creating, and but I'm starting to love my pain. I'm liking kind of like going through, and I kind of came up with a new editing technique, but I it annoys me at the same time to have to like, I gotta go back and look at this. But when I have it, just being able to put in those corrections, it's a good thing. But yeah, but having music to influence you or to definitely distract you from the intensity of the side of art,
Hmm.
the one that they sometimes warn you about, yeah, definitely can. be a good thing. And it's really cool that like influences you to like kind of just take your art like even higher. That's so kind of amazing. Kind of amazing.
Yeah, because
Mhm.
like I notice the difference. If I'm making art and it's
Mhm.
totally silent, but like not the good silent, like it's just silent because nothing's on and
Mhm.
it's like dark, then like I'm trying to draw, I'm like, I don't know how I like this. Oh, this doesn't look the way I want it to. Oh, I don't like that color combination. I like make all these nitpicky things, and it doesn't have to be that way. I could just let it out and just keep moving. And it's always it takes a lot of pressure off myself.
Okay, so music is soothing the is allowing the beauty to come from the beast. Something like that.
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah.
Awesome. I have was going to go to the music, and I will since we're talking about it. But I'll ask you this: it's why do you feel like? And because I'm definitely hearing that from all of us. By all of us, I mean like artists. I'm assuming this probably happens with scientists too, to like to get that drop, that focus. But for artists, why do you think we have that nitpicky a perfectionist focus, particularly?
Because we're artists and we're sensitive about our shit. I mean,
Hey!
I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, it's like
Mm-hmm.
making something is like maybe it's just me, but making stuff is very near and dear to my heart. The fact that I'm even taking time and energy to produce something, and then I'm going to show it to everyone. So that's like another level of anticipation that's there. And you don't want anyone to not like it. So I guess not like a people pleaser, but you're putting your stuff out there
Mm-hmm.
and it's out in the open. Like it's just a sitting duck, and some people are gonna like it, and some people aren't.
Mm-hmm.
And you just kind of have to let go of all that and just accept like what I put out there is what I put out there, and I like it. So I think that's where most of the pressure comes from,
Mm-hmm.
or at least for me, it does. I mean, as an artist, every time I put something out, I'm wondering, how is it going to be received?
Right.
What's the whatever I'm trying to communicate through my art, are people going to pick up on that? Are they not going to? Is it going to get twisted into something else? I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's a lot.
No, I definitely get it. Sharing different things can, especially something you really care about and a particular message that you're trying to get out, can definitely be nerve wracking. I definitely understand that. For Flashbang, I feel that certain things definitely have resistance, and I was wondering if I had people who, white might get offended, like, oh, she's saying he's white chicken boy, something like that. I'm like, oh, I kind of, it's mostly a black universe. Are they gonna like, or a lot of black characters? Are they gonna feel a sense of connection? But you know what? I was like, we're gonna put it out there, but it did cross my mind. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
I was glad that I had put it in and that I was putting us where we needed to be. But I was like, you know what? But I definitely get the nervousness, nervous part of it. And I guess it's, yeah, you kind of want it like I like how you described it as a sitting duck. I literally like envisioned the duck and like
It's just like where.
trying to do something to duck, but like because we're artists and we're sensitive about our work, I like envision the duck having like a razor under one wing, going like, "Listen, if you don't like me, take that somewhere else. I'm not going to ask you again about what you need from me. I tried to tell you what I tried to tell you. Mm-mm. Don't run, don't run." This is how
I
some
think
of
I
us.
was clear for my life if there was a duck trying to shank me. I mean, that's something serious.
Oh my god! I
Like
like
I'm
so.
shanked by a waterfowl.
And you can't really mention it to anybody. Oh my God, what happened to your face? Nothing, I fell over a sharp object. Mm-hmm. They shouldn't leave kitchen knives out like that. I just, and then like,
I was in the back of that kid. It was just a mess.
you want some Peking duck? No, no, oh God, no, I'm good. All right. I'm never eating duck again. And then like the duck gently like leans out of the closet. Somehow I haven't gotten the house like it doesn't have fingers, so
It's just a feather.
just like leaves a feather on your pillow. Or like in the Godfather scene, like you wake up and there's just a bunch of like there's a nest on the pillow or something. Well, no, it's something you care about. So let me see, without being
Oh
too.
my god, broken like paintbrushes or something. It's like those were
Oh,
$20. Why would you do something like
oh my god! Or like for me, flashbang like cut in half or something, and then like you open it, it says open the cover. You open the cover. I'll be back. What? Oh god, no! Don't sleep. Oh no!
I feel like the duck is like oddly corny and like writes it in duck sauce or something just
Oh
because.
my god, yeah. You like duck? I got some duck for you. Mm-hmm.
It's not even made of duck. It's just a sauce from the Chinese restaurant.
And like they're like kind of not neat at the same time too, so they like left the soft package for you to clean up. It'd be horrible because like I guess that's the thing that's kind of like scary about this, and this is some of the process on how we create. But I think that's the scary part about like those movies growing up because like something would happen to the little kid, like either the little mutant hamster known as Gizmo or the bat hamster known as Gizmo, the infectious bat hamster known as Gizmo. Don't get them wet. Cool. No one ever listens to instructions in these movies. That's because no one listens to instructions on certain things in the real life. But like he didn't like, oh, there's a ghost in the house and it's trying to kill everybody. No, it's just your imagination. Like no one believes. So I guess that kind of transfers. Like if you're like going to war with this animal, you can't like call the police or a detective. Columbo won't take your case. You know,
Columbo.
like he can't. I saw an episode a little earlier. He seems to care about animals, but he might try to arrest you. What'd you do to bother the duck? I'd like to know.
I feel like Columbo always flips a situation. You think you're in the clear, and then he'll just come back like, "So it was you." It's like, how? I thought we were friends.
Columbo, he likes to trap you. He's like, it's like this. Mm. I saw one part of that episode, but I'm going to agree with you in saying that. Like, it was like, speaking of switching things up, it was interesting how the mood shifted. Like, the secretary had called this guy, so and he was kind of like low key or kind of subtly rude to Columbo, and Columbo was going with it. But he's like, "Can you come over here? Come and look." And Columbo looked at him like, "Yeah."
No, not that look.
Like Columbo's about to whoop his behind. Oh no, he's gonna be beaten. That leash on the dog. It's gonna be ugly. But yeah, like I now kind of want to write a story about this, and and I might later. So far, I'm cataloging. I realize there's at least 2 animal stories in my head. One is about that duck who like, and I guess it could be called the sitting duck. Like he was a piece of art. It's sort of using animals, not always in a good way. I don't think you should like have animals barking at each other and like slowly like having one get ready to stroke out. But let's just say he's sitting there, right? And like somebody like comments on him, but they don't know like the duck was the artist, you know, like this very high intelligence stuff. A cow ran away from a slaughterhouse. I'm thinking the animal intelligence is a little higher than we thought. And they went and got him, I think. Oh, I didn't see the rest of the story. But I'm thinking, let him go. He made it out. He solved the puzzle. He got out of the matrix. Let him be. Take him to a farm. Let him live out his life. He earned it. So this duck being real smart, like somebody's pet, being like, hand raised or whatever, he, just like makes art. But no, he is in agreement with his master or his owner to not like, tell anybody because then he's like, then it'll be too much, whatever. And the guy, like, for some reason has like this mutation where he can understand his duck. So the duck is the artist and he's sitting there and like he thought like a really simple thing, like live illustration of metaphors or phrases and just similes and like a sitting duck. He's just sitting there, right? And
Mm-hmm.
somebody like criticized, and that's with a razor. He's sensitive about his work. And then somebody like made eating him, and like he felt like he had a flashback when they ate his mom or his sister. So like then that's where the whole thing comes in. The duck slowly gets more and more psychotic the farther the story goes. I like the story. I know it went dark real fast. It's just that's the specialty I have. Yay! That definitely has dark layers, but I think horror, I've been thinking about this. One, I just like it, and I'm gonna go with it. But two, I think it reminds us where not to go, maybe, or where humanity does go. How we need to make sure we hold on to the vestige that we have of being civilized. Um, yeah, the other one was like this guy goes to a barber shop to get his hair retwisted, and suddenly like this giant roach falls through the ceiling. He has to like fight him so he can get back to his appointment. This is like the only appointment he can make. And he misses it because of this roach. He's gonna end up losing. Have to wait till next month to get like roll. You know the fuzz. I have a little bit. I'm proud. I'm fuzzy and I'm proud. But anyway, he like the major fuzz, like where the fuzz is the fro, mini fro is grown from the dread.
Oh, it's like
yeah. So like if he misses this, he's gonna end up having to. Yeah, it won't be good. He's gonna get that little fro in his hair that like is just right here. You know, so like a roach had to go down, not because it's big, not because it's a roach, not because it could honestly be an alien, possibly. It's just the fact that, like, look, you disrupted my appointment. I got to beat you now. I have to end this so I can go get my hair retwisted.
This is a serious matter.
Yeah. And
I only get like a few call offs a month from work. That's a serious thing.
Yep. Yep. Oh my god. Well, this is this is how we create, and just like things happen. And I'm just imagining that roach. I'm trying to think of the roach's motivation, but I'll leave that alone for right now.
Does a roach need a motivation? I mean, they just kind of come out like, "Hey, mess up your stuff."
Yeah, like, just disrespectful.
That's like their sole purpose in life.
Like, what's up? What's good? I'm going to the fridge for a beer. You agreed that you wouldn't come out when people were here.
There's this whole roach just like carrying a Bud Light or something. Just one.
Yeah, just like, nope.
It's like, why is he so strong? I've been lifting. Oh.
It's kind of. You remember there's a Madagascar. Is that the cock? No, wait, that's a cockroach. Oh wait, yes, no. It's really a Madagascar hissing cockroach.
Yeah, I held one before.
How was it?
Weird. His name was Fernando or Frederick. No, his name was Frederick. It was in school.
The roach had a name. Continue.
Yeah, we were like in groups, and we had to like momentarily take care of like our hissing cockroach. Like you would hold it in your hand, and then he would just like scurry. Like, and I'm like, okay, stop. I'm like, all right, somebody else hold him.
Yeah.
Like takes off.
He's loose.
They're pretty big. They're like, I don't know. Well, this doesn't represent it. I don't know. But yeah, like that.
You know what? No, I decided in 2017 onward, I'm gonna try to be brave. I might go hold that spider when he comes back or they come back to the Natural Museum of Science, and I'm gonna be brave. I'm gonna hold a hissing cockroach. I held a human brain. You know what? I'm gonna be like, yeah, that was interesting. It was the brain of somebody who had been female. Yeah. I told my kids when I was teaching it, they were so grossed out. It was funny. It was a brain.
For some reason, I imagine it would like be spongy. I don't know.
It was kind of spongy, but hard at the same time. It was heavy too, a little heavy. At least.
So if you're called hard-headed, that's really a thing, then.
It is. The brain's a little too strong. Brain's strong like a roach lifting a beer can. Why do I like and sort of envision the brain near the roach? I don't know. It seems like the brain and roach going on their adventures. Brain and roach versus Pinky and the Brain.
Yep. That might be the roach version of Pinky and the Brain.
That'd be hilarious. Roach and the Brain.
They're both hissing cockroaches.
I would like to see that, actually. I think that would be a pretty cool show. I do want to hold them because I want to hold one, at least for a second, because I remember them being on America's Next Top Model and they bejeweled the roach.
Yeah, I remember that.
It was really pretty. I kind of want to own one a little bit, and like feed him after midnight, let him get real big, and just walk him down the street like this big, like just for no reason. Radiation roach big, just like, thought you could mug me. Billy. Billy Ray is with me, because that's a tough name for a roach. What's up? Billy, we said we weren't going to speak to people. We can't give them all the scary at once, Billy. All right, cool. All right. What are you feeding them? People who try to mug me. Get out of here.
Cockroach sounds like he would have a beard. I don't know why.
A little beard, like a whole Philadelphia beard, but because
it would be lined up though, like
that be dope, like a little bit here.
Yeah,
like the eyebrow trend a little bit. He'd have some of this.
Yeah,
and it'd be like, but he wouldn't have like hair. It'd be made out of like little strands of exoskeleton. Like it'd be a weave beard for roach.
Huh. Interesting.
Like he wanted to up his scariness, so he like got, he like kind of waited till he shed a little bit.
I just understood how we tie the roach back into the barber shop because he was trying to get lined up and he took his spot.
That's his motivation. He was trying to get his beard lined up in the secret roach shop upstairs, but like they were having a leak and then he fell through. And the guy thought like, oh my God, this roach was trying to attack me. I gotta get my line up. And the roach was like, I was trying to live my best roach life, unbothered. And now you wanted to punch me? Like, you know what? It explains certain fights.
Like a whole misunderstanding.
Yes, and like, you know what? I was just trying to get my weave beard lined up. You hit me in my third eye. I would appreciate that. Listen, you were trying to like, so you weren't trying to kill me? No, I was trying to get my beard lined up. Really? I was trying to get my hair retwisted. You know whose fault this really is? The people who, the people who let that roach leak go through the roof. Yeah, I agree. Me too. Yeah.
Yep, and then they're friends. Misunderstanding.
Yes. Kind of like Peter and the chicken, the giant chicken, how they had that fight all across town, but theirs actually ends.
Oh yeah, they did. It went on for like 5 episodes, and then like the last one, they finally like understood. Didn't they go back to fighting again though?
Yeah, that's the only thing with them. It's violence porn, but I enjoy watching. I was like, oh.
I appreciated their animation. I was like, this is a very smooth animation for all this fighting.
It was. I'm like, oh, and then it just kept getting worse. I think somebody. It just was ugly. But that's a perfect idea. Yes, it's like Peter and the chicken with the roach. So I'm like, in my head, I'm like putting together where can these stories go? Like what anthology? Yeah, because there's going to be a Flashbang too, by the way. And the current Flashbang that's out is going to end up being a limited edition because let's say about a year from now, I'm going to pull it. Because I'm going to shrink the book a little bit, kind of the size of what the graphic novel will be. I'm going to I'm going to like clean up the grammar too, again. And I'm going to end up putting in the cover or the poster picture to, kind of actually now we have pictures in there that you kind of reference. If anybody had any fan art that they'd be comfortable with that going into and they're like donating for the book, I might think about putting that into it. Put it up. Cool. Yeah. I think though, yeah, I'm very excited about this. And then we're walking into, even though that act is funny, that has a possibility of coming out later after the graphic novel. So we'll kind of see, where we are, what funding, that sort of thing. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I will ask you one last question before we close down. Okay. You got a chance to listen to, like I said, the first soundtrack to the book. It's called The Flashbang EP1. What did you think? What did you like about it?
I think my favorite thing, first of all, was that this book had a soundtrack because not everyone's doing that. So I already thought that was cool. And then I went through and I listened to them, and I like that it provided an atmosphere for the stories. So
Mm.
now not only do I have my interpretation, now I have like the whole vibe, like the soundtrack basically. I have like the music that
Mhm.
would go with this story, and it just kind of just illustrated it even more for me story wise. So I really like that. It's like everyone had their own theme, and I
Mhm.
thought that was cool.
Well, thank you, thank you. That I'm definitely glad you like the multiplicity of the soundtrack. They're all Philly artists too. There were 7 soundtracks. So we had Levi of Black and Bell, and who also plays on the Urban Common tour. We had his was Teddy Ninja One. We had Heroes for Hire, who did Teddy Ninja Two. And you're right. Like each one, even though they might have a title, definitely has like a different genre. So Teddy Ninja One was like more house. Teddy Ninja Two was like more of what's called nerdcore, where you're like rapping about different superheroes, video games, like Dragon Ball Z, for instance. You know, and those are two really dope dudes who are within that group. It is Ray Digger, and Shinigami, aka Ray Riley, who also mastered the EP. You have
Oh, cool.
you have No Headliner, which is comprised of Chevy Kang and Jetty 8-Track. Then you have two people who did Burger on Bus 1 and Burger on Bus 2 separately. That's David Live, Burger on Bus 1. That was like more R&B. Um, and just to take a step back, no Headliner did my so-called superpower. We changed the title up or a little bit, and that definitely looked like Hero Trap had like more of a trappy beat. Do you agree? Okay. Um, and then back to David Live, who did like an R&B version more so of uh, Berg on Bust one, and then Zeke Burrs actually did Berg on Bust 2. It kind of has more of like a rock and roll to it, just like that vibe. So let me see, who did we mention? We mentioned Taking Into One, Taking Into Two, and so forth. Superpower, Virgo on those 1 and 2, Zeke Burrs. And they're both going to, I believe, that they both might end up being on the Sunday the Host show. I definitely confirm that. And I'm gonna check and put that out there on my social media later. But David Live is definitely going to be on the Sunday the Host show, and I believe you first is too, but I have to double check. So I know I saw them like kind of like on it, and like one was singing and then the other sang, and I'm like, oh my god, yes, yes, and they're both incredible vocalists. Um, Let me see. Don't want to miss anybody. So we have Hats by King Zim, and that's more of like a Bob Dylan. It's so high, can't come down. Wanna get my life has just begun. Spread my wings and walk into the sun. Wanna get worse before it gets better. You gotta sing my outro. It's gonna get worse before it gets better. But I gotta push on through the night. Okay, that's it. He does it a little bit better. So let me see. I'm trying to make sure I got all 7. Give me a second. I'm gonna do the separates. Levi was setting Ninja One.
Mhm.
I go by song title. I lied. All right, he was setting Ninja One. Heroes for Hire was setting Ninja Two. Burger on Bus One. David Live. Burger on Bus Two. Big Burst. A so-called superpower. No headliner. Kings and hats. And taking into two, I said was Heroes for Hire. Trying to make sure I got everything. Give me 2 seconds. Oh, and how could I forget Little Tree, which did Birds of a Feather. Bam.
Uh,
Oh, what? Kept it live. Haha. Let me actually check something while I'm on here with you. I'm going to give birth
yeah.
to the host show. I am actually going to double check while I am on the phone. I love technology. First. Mm-hmm. And I will go to his Instagram and check it out. Mm-hmm. Well, Stephanie's on here. Go ahead. All right. Yeah, we're gonna double check this. Okay, I'm gonna go with I saw them singing together at like I think a pre-interview. David
Hmm.
Live is definitely going to be on the Sunny the Host show. You can definitely buy your ticket. It's going to be an amazing night, and I will say more about that later. Um, yeah, pardon for the pause and looking down at the technology. Finger sparkles, giant roaches, psychotic duck, quack,
Roach, like, oh my god.
quackity quack. Sorry. I'm trying to do like a voice for him. Hold on. Quackity quack. Oh no. He's hot under the bed. Quackity quack. I know you're in there.
Here's Ducky.
Yeah. All work and no swimming makes Ducky a dull duck. Quackity quack. They'll never find me here. They'll never find me.
This
Never
is
find who? Oh my god, now I kind of want to do this. This would be hilarious being filmed. Quackity quack.
Can the duck be like the most basic duck? Like, can it look like the most like not intimidating duck? It's just like I'm a duck. It has like dark pupils. That's about it. Has a blank expression.
That would be funny. Hold on. Quackity quack. Oh my god, that'd be too funny.
Wait.
I'm
Oh
envisioning
god.
him like coming across the floor, like quackity quack, it's me, and then like just producing a razor out under his wig.
Wait.
You said that. You knew it. Come and get some. No, I don't want to get any. Come and get some. I don't want any. Wait, hold on, long motion. I don't want any. Come on, I'll make it quick. No, no.
All right. Among my sketch paper, I imagine the duck to be much like this, like very basic.
Oh my god, that would make a really cool animation. Like, what? Even though it like wouldn't be as smooth as like Peter and them. Like, I could see it being that like one of those like kind of Sesame, the Sesame Street ones, like the stop, sort of like the slower ones. You could kind of like see the spaces in between the movements.
Yeah.
But yeah, that'd be funny. I'm trying to think. Basic though. But he's like really violent. Oh my god. All right. I'm gonna think on this. And that might come out later. Oh my god. And how did you come up? I'm trying to do the opposite. How did you come up with this duck? This came to me. My friend talked about a duck, how art can be a sitting duck when it's out and you finally produced it. And I just envisioned the duck getting really ticked off because they didn't appreciate the duck. So, quack, come on. No, Mr. Duck, please, don't hurt me. Begging won't make it any better. Yeah. Ah, he cut his own tongue. I did. It's your turn. No, no. And then like had the duck do the Jason walk, but a waddle like where it's real. You know how their feet turn in a little bit with fluff.
You know how Jason makes the
Yeah. Quack.
The duck is like quack, quack. It's just saying quack several times, like quack, 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 quack. That's all it is.
Quack, quack.
Or just use like real duck sounds, but then like make them into a whisper.
Oh my god, that'd be cool. Actually, you know what's perfect? I'm gotta go back and see if it's classified as a duck. But in high school you pick something and then sometimes you regret it, but then it works out a decade or two later. There's a fowl called the loon, and it was called that because it makes this cry that like kind of I guess sounded terrifying.
Oh.
Hold on, let me see if I can pull it up off YouTube. We use technology in this stuff. Um, 2 seconds. Pull up YouTube. Loon sounds at night. Okay, so let's. Can you hear it?
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's.
Nah.
Hold on. Oh my
No. He can stay wherever he's at.
I'm good.
No. It's like several different animals at one time.
I'm not comfortable with the wereduck that exists in real life.
It sounds like a weird duck.
It does.
It's like howling, but not.
You know what? I think I just have another animal I added to the well, or at least that sound added to the vampire novel. Because okay, tiny spoiler, I have a were-swan. So
Oh.
I think that could. I'm a little afraid now. Like, just want to go camping? No, I'm good. Why not? The loon is out there. Like, I thought my duck was. There's always something that scares the monster, and I think the loon would scare our basic duck. Because remember how in Freddy and Jason, you like, even though Jason wasn't exactly a good guy, like you cheered for him a little bit more than Steve. Like Freddy was kind of like diabolical. You come back from
you could like manifest into people's dreams and stuff. It's like I'm not even safe when I sleep. Like
he's gonna mess with the wrong one who has that late night shift, who really needs her and working 13 hours a week. I'm here to kill you. Not before I kill you. Do you understand? I was trying to daydream my vacation. I have not saved up enough vacation days. Like, what are you doing? Freddy, you're gonna catch these hands. And you only have one glove, so when that hand goes, you're mine. I'm gonna be your shirt. I'm gonna be your shirt. Wait, isn't how this supposed to work? Works like this today. Ah!
Look, I could go on Amazon and buy a glove too now. I can get 2 gloves.
I have a few rusty nails. Like, come on. In fact, I'm gonna buy 2 gloves. I'm gonna buy your gloves. Somebody has cosplayed this and put real sharp things in it. I got 2 gloves. In fact, you know what? I made friends with Edward Scissorhands, and not only that, I'm a lucid dreamer. What? I have practice on this. You were created through magic in this world. I was born into it. And I'm going to fight you. Screw you, fight me, Freddy. Let's go. What would happen if, like, you, like, literally beat Freddy to a pulp in the dreams? Like, you woke up like, yeah, son, yeah. Ain't nobody got to worry about Freddy anymore. Nightmare on Elm Street? I don't think so. We daydream in color and comfortable color from now on. What? Mm-hmm. Actually, I'm
all in the name of PTO.
Yeah. PTO revenge. The revenge of PTO.
I've been saving my PTO up all this time. You're going to try to take it away?
Like, oh no, sir. I was on vacation. You're disrespectful against my hours. I was talking with a friend, and we were like she was discussing, because she had seen Murder on the Orient Express, and she talked about how immaculate the truck, the train looked inside, how, just rich. And I'm like, and someone's going to murder and interrupt your vacation? I will kill you with this sugar spoon. I will shove it right up into your nose. You're going to have a Mr. Miyagi experience. You're going to be stuck right here. There's going to be 2 murders on the Orient Express. 1, because they killed somebody. They tried to kill me and they missed. And 2, because you tried to kill me and you missed. When people can't be afraid, either a very strong roasting is coming or a slap is coming. That's how you get rid of the loon. Like, oh, what?
Then you do your own bird call, like, it's like, oh, Master, please help me.
And then like an owl shows up, but it's like confused, like, Christmas meeting? No. We were supposed to vote on whether or not to use wrapping paper with the tree and the nativity. I could do this all day. I'm an owl. I could turn my head around and look at you. You know what? Since you're here, can you help me with the werebird in the lake? It's just making strange sounds. Let's play those sounds again.
Oh God.
This werebird is making strange sound. Listen, sir. I need your help with this. Like I've had.
What is that? That's a turkey. Like several.
These are loon calls. I guess there's more than one type of loon.
There's like a were turkey. There's a wolf.
Okay, no, it's like all loons. It's like all the loons.
No, it's like it's like the young one and then like the teenager and then like
it's a family reunion. That's family
out there by the lake.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a Nickelodeon special. Like this is the family.
Little family affair, and they're having a good time. They're busy doing the Cupid shuffle, and we're like, "What's wrong with you?" You know, just like,
why do you keep making those sounds?
Yeah, they're like, "Hey, to the left, to the left." Ah! Ooh, to the right, to the right. Oh, we need pack up. We are not camping out here anymore.
I think after the first sound, you're like, what is that? It's not a turkey, but it sounds like a turkey.
Sounds like a turkey who's angry. And turkeys are always angry. They're aggressive birds. So are swans, actually, too.
And geese. Geese are very angry.
You know what? I think they heard, like, we wrote somewhere in the book that all birds are edible. I remember reading that somewhere. Might be true. And I think they had, like, a little bird meeting, like, listen.
I honestly wouldn't be surprised. Birds are, like, very cunning and shifty characters.
Listen, we can't let them keep doing to us. They need to put some respect on our name.
Will you go let Birdman know that he needs to talk to his bird representatives and keep them away from us?
Oh my god! Oh my god! Yeah. You know what?
He's the only one that press.
You know what? It's just a mirage. He's like, yeah. We probably should mention that. Oh my god! I like that connection. You're right. He did perfect. Oh god! And like, so the parakeets are the spies, right? Because you always got to have a person on the inside. I'm like fixing my bag. Fixing real quick. You never know when a parakeet might come by. You gotta like, you get them out the air real quick. They're small, you know, but like the lovebirds, you gotta be ready to go twice, you know, because it's like they work in pairs. They like romance early. They're like the Spartans. Like you know, one of the little Roman tribes, I believe it was Spartans. They would like pair up early, and that'd be your buddy. Probably end up being your boyfriend, possibly too. And like you fight together. So like lovebirds, you gotta like hit able to like hit like with a cross motion. They're small, but like, you know, if they somehow swoop, they can get you in the net. You know, like, they kind of like have little meetings once a month about like where the carotid artery is on the human body.
I'm like not surprised. I feel like that's what birds actually do. Have you ever seen a poto bird? Poto? It's poto. Ever seen that?
Which one?
They're like really awkward looking. A poto bird?
No,
I don't know what sound they make, but they just look really awkward. Like their eyes like go like this, and they're like really bright yellow, and they have like a really big mouth.
Oh no! Alien. Like just the aliens have come. They're birds. Okay. But then again, you know, like certain birds, like they had the little dinosaur bird with the brightly colored feathers. They never forgot that they used to probably eat mammals. Like You know what? I don't know what happened. We didn't get that health. They don't care like we needed to. Little teeth. We evolved without teeth. Like we just pet people now. Like you know what? We gotta take over the human things. They're like they got chicken. Like we sent chicken in. She got a little too comfortable. Now they're taking her children, and and they're cooking her. So it's just we can't count on chicken.
All right,
Sorry.
just so you know what they are. They look like this.
Oh. I couldn't see that completely silly, but what I saw gave me pause. Oh god. Oh god.
Oh, they're great. They're so awkward.
Oh, poor bird. Let me see. Hold on. Woo! Oh my god.
They're very. Oh god. They're the greatest.
Oh,
I'm just gonna type that photo bird. So that's your homework.
Oh,
research photo. Photo. I've been saying photo, but it's photo.
That might show up in a story somewhere. I like to use little facts. Photo bird. I have Fantasia. We have a new little bird sequence for you. Oh my god. Yeah, some of this definitely might end up in Flashbang too. And before we go, and we are gonna have to go in a little bit, but the bird. For some reason, I thought of Big Bird, and I don't know why. I didn't put any respect on Big Bird's name in my unconscious.
Can you imagine Big Bird just rolling up on somebody with like a Tupac bandana? Like you gotta put respect on my person.
Jeez.
It's like, oh, this is what you look like when you're not working.
Yeah, like, ooh, Big Bird thugged out. Mm-hmm. I'm the
yes, it's on. It's like, oh, I didn't know they made them that big.
Why did I like see Big Bird starting like trip walk and be like, yeah. Oh my god, gangster birds. I thought it was a good practical joke, but everybody would have to be in on it, so you didn't go to jail. Replacing like every TV show with like birds who are like in the the different roles, and actually very accurately based on like the bird's stats about like what it did in nature.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god. Yeah, some of this. Okay, and I'm back. Yeah, some of this definitely might end up in Flashbang too. I'm thinking of opening it up to like other stories, but we'll see. I might do that for like Flashbang 3. But oh god, this has been awesome. Thank you so much for letting me interview you and just generally having a good time. This is definitely giving me at least somewhat of an idea to just how interviews can be amazing. So
yay, that's good.
Oh god, tears. The potato bird fights Freddy Krueger.
Oh lord.
And then the basic duck gets involved, like, that's my friend. And the confused owl comes in, like, this isn't the meeting. Decide when we're gonna have that third baptism. For some reason, the owl goes to a Black Baptist church. Like this. And then let me see who else was involved in this. The bird, an angry goose, and a swan roll up too. Like, listen, no, you ain't gonna talk to my man Freddy like that. And then like that, I thought we were on the same side. We were, but like Freddy had a better deal. No, no. So like, don't bring it. You gonna catch these wings. You gonna catch all of these. Took out your 2 little lovebirds you sent too. Help us! No one can help you now. You thought you could send the quadruplets.
This is like a whole bird gang, and I would immediately leave if I saw a circle of birds and Freddy. Like, this isn't my day. I will go grocery shopping another day. I'll come back when y'all leave.
Then you go around the corner, like Big Bird's like, "Where you think you going, son? Hey, I thought you lived in New York. I'm a little
You're
Philly.
supposed to be on Sesame Street. Why are you here?
Sesame Street isn't what it used to be, son. Well, I mean, it is. So, like, because I am going to go back. Remember, Follow That Bird? Well, like, I'm like 12 now. I'm trying to express myself. They don't understand my inner bird. All right, I try to explain it so they don't understand it. Like, Oscar has these passive aggressive. The man needs to. I'm a thug, all right? Out in these streets. Not Sesame Street, because my parents would put me on punishment. But out in these streets, I'm a thug.
After all that, I'm like, you just need a hug.
Yes, I need a hug. Big Bird has 3 fingers. Hold on. Oh, God. All right. Well, Miss Trenita, Finney, did you have anything else that you wanted to share with the audience while we're still on?
That they should, if they haven't, go order Flashbang before it becomes limited edition, and then you really have to get on that. So go buy it. It's on Amazon.
Thank you so much. Is there anything that with your artwork and your YouTube channel or your Instagram that you wanted to share before we go?
Yeah, if you'd like to follow me on Instagram, it is at Trenita.Finney, and that's TRENITA.FINNEY. And I'm open for holiday commissions, so yeah, let me know.
Yes, he did a beautiful portrait of a newlywed couple. And it's good to bring that really positive energy of our art into your intimate setting. Yes.
Yay.
And just one last thing from me. To write, the Flashbang sci-fi stories that will blow your mind. It's definitely available on Amazon. Or you can go to my website at www.flashbang.sci-fi.com. And for the EP, you can go to my Bandcamp at www.RORIESTILL.bandcamp.com. All right. Well, we will be greeting you another time, and thank you for tuning in for this Flashbang interview with Tina Finney. Thank you so much, and good night. Good evening.
Cool. Bye.
Bye, Tina. I'll talk to you soon.
Cool. See ya.